All right, we're in the kitchen. Chef Robert from City Dock Restaurant is here making a turkey burger. But before you say, healthy, where's the beef? It seems like it's going to be very flavorful and maybe a good way for people to kind of cut down on the red meat a little bit if you normally go for a burger.
If you haven't, when you get your turkey in the store, they have two types. They have the rib type and they have the chicken, actually turkey breast. Now, when you think of the rib, you're thinking of prime rib or ribeye steak. You know all the fat that's in there. Well, the same thing is in the ribeye meat of the turkey. So go with the chicken breast.
Okay.
And then, like I did yesterday when I bought it, I went ahead and gave it back to the butcher and says, please regrind it.
Okay.
And they'll do it for you right away. And it's real easy.
So you didn't buy it ground, you just handed it back. Oh,
handed it back, and they did it again.
All right.
If you go ahead and make the sauce, this is like the mayonnaise that we do for when you have a regular burger. I got mayonnaise, Dijon mustard, and pure maple syrup from Vermont. It's got that buttery flavor, and it's really nice. When you mix all that together, you'll taste the difference.
It's the real stuff.
Yeah. In here I have the turkey meat, and I'll go ahead and put the chunky applesauce because you want to be able to taste it. Any type of regular seasoning that you use for poultry. Bacon is optional, of course. If you don't want to have bacon, you don't have to put it in, but it gives it that nice smoky flavor.
It is delicious.
Then a little bit of salt and pepper.
Okay.
And I'll go ahead and mix all that up and together. Now, sometimes your turkey is a little bit wet, so I bought the Italian breadcrumbs just to thicken it up just a little bit if you need it.
Okay.
And, of course, to put something Italian in it always makes it better, of course.
Of course.
So we'll go ahead and do that. You know, you're talking about prenuptial rings. My wife and I have one. I mean, from the day we got married, you know how you have direct deposit? I have direct to wife. Everything goes to her, so it doesn't.
Where's the romance? I don't know. You know, we know that that's not true because we've met your wife Chaco here on the Hampton Roadshow. We know that you guys are a wonderful couple.
Yeah, but she gets all the money.
Well, you probably give her a little bit of grief.
Yeah, I do, all the time. And basically, there's the mixture that you're going to use, and then we'll go ahead and put some maple syrup in. Not a heck of a lot.
Right in there too.
Yep, just a little bit.
Okay. Does this look like what you were hoping for? Good.
And I'll put a little bit of mayonnaise in, just a little bit.
How come?
Just to make it moist.
Taste or
moist, to make a little bit more moisture. And then I'll go ahead and I'll use an ice cream scoop, and I'm going to go ahead and make like regular meatballs, and then I'll push them down a little bit. Put them in the oven. You can saute them if you'd like. You can oven broil them. I prefer to oven broil them because it's right here.
400 degrees.
400 degrees, yeah.
Okay. Now, what is all this over here?
Over here is going to be for the shrimp crostini that we're going to make.
I had no idea you were making a shrimp crostini today, too. You always like to sneak something in there.
I like to fill the table up.
And Chef Robert always brings in a big tray of breakfast sandwiches, a nice fruit salad for us this morning. And in the next segment, too, I want you to tell us about these colorful little treats that are there. There's a good story behind those. But we only have a few seconds left, so I want to hold on to that. I just want our audience to remember, in case I forget, that Chef Robert has something to tell you about those treats right there. All right, so we're going to let you continue to kind of portion those out. They'll go in the oven. We'll check when we come back. Right now. All right, back in the Hampton Roadshow kitchen with Chef Robert Cillizza from City Dock Restaurant at the Norfolk Sheraton Waterside. I've donned the gloves because you've got another job for me.
Another job.
Turkey burgers are in the oven, though.
Cooking. What I'm doing is I'm making the mayonnaise type dressing that's going to go on the shrimp crostini, and what that involves is cream cheese, mayonnaise, garlic, parsley, and a little bit of green onions. And to get that all mixed up. While that was going on, I had to do it ahead of time because I wanted this to get soft so you can, But when you buy it in the store, get the one that's whipped cream cheese. It works a lot better than the block.
Use it right away without trying to microwave a block. Leo, do you see this? Leo is on the roving camera this morning. See how pretty that turns out? Yeah, see that? Look at that. What a nice presentation. And
then when you cook your shrimp, just make them nice and pink. Don't overdo it.
Right.
And then what we're going to do is you're going to get to crostini. Here's your sauce for it.
This is what I'm supposed to do.
Just go ahead and put this on first.
All right. Okay.
And then stand up your shrimp first.
Like glue?
That.
Oh, that shrimp was supposed to go in first.
Doesn't matter. And then a piece of mint. And you've got it. And that's an hors d'oeuvre that you can make at home real quick, real fast. Takes a couple minutes.
Oh, I did it.
Now, some people prefer to leave the tail on.
Oh, no. We've talked about this.
And it's okay, but then after you bite into the hors d'oeuvre, what do you do with the tails?
Right, that's
unless you have put it in your pocket or, something like that.
Yeah.
So we don't want to do that.
Right. Take the extra step for
Take the extra step. Make it friendly.
Look at that. All right, now I know that you were talking about these little pastries that you brought in there. brought here today. You said there's a significance to it that comes from
Japan.
Japan. And your wife is from Japan,
Yes.
so you're very familiar with, and you were stationed in Japan as well.
12 years, yes.
So you're familiar with the culture there. So tell me about those.
Well, this is their traditional holiday morning. It's a beat up rice. It's called mochi. They lay all the rice out, then they put a red bean paste in the middle. Then they roll it up together and they refrigerate it. And it's used for holiday, used for funerals. It's their traditional.
Right, when you say morning, you're not talking
morning.
time of day, you're talking about being in mourning,
In
which
mourning.
much of the country is because of the disasters there.
So I was hoping that if anybody's watching from Japan, that they see that on our counter, and we know that they're in our thoughts and prayers, that we hope that everything turns out well for them.
And some in your home.
Some are in
You
our
said
home
you've got
right
some
now.
folks who had to leave Japan staying with you here.
Yes, yes.
That's wonderful.
And a lot of the people in America that are Japanese are bringing folks from Japan to get them out of the trauma that they're in and give them some relaxation. The husband flies back every couple of weeks to see if the engineers are there and they're restructuring the land, make sure people gets their property back, and then they're going to take the next step and start building and all. So it's going to be a long process, but they're coming back.
So gracious of you to open your home.
Yeah.
Not surprised though, Chef Robert. All right, we need another little shrimpy here.
Okay.
So when we come back, we're gonna fix up the burgers on the little buns there that you got.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm going to let you finish up the rest of these because you could probably make about 4 a minute, and I'm working on like 1 every 3 minutes.
Good job. Those pretty.
They are very pretty.
Very
Thanks
pretty.
for showing us that as well.
Thank you.
Right. Sure. All right, back in the Hampton Roadshow kitchen with Chef Robert Cillizza from the City Dock Restaurant inside the Sheraton Waterside Hotel. Yes, the restaurant is inside the hotel, but it is not just for hotel guests. Anyone can come in for lunch, dinner,
Anything,
breakfast. Enjoy.
Easter buffet that's coming up pretty soon.
Oh, I know. I mean, Easter, Mother's Day, there's some big events coming up.
Where we usually sell out fast, so please make your reservations early.
Yeah.
What I'm doing now is I'm going ahead, I put the mix that you made.
Right.
So
The mayonnaise, maple, Dijon.
maple syrup and Dijon. And I'm putting all the lettuce and tomato. You know, sometimes when you go to a ball game or something, you get a hot dog and then what do you want on it? Mustard and relish. They put it on top and then you bite into it and it's all over you.
Yes.
Put the mustard and relish in the roll first and put the hot dog on top. That's what I'm doing here, so you don't lose anything.
So it doesn't squish all over you.
Doesn't go all over you. And what we're doing, we're just assembling the burgers right now. Lettuce, tomato. You can put cheese on it if you want. What I've done is I've cut the turkey burger in half.
I mean, you can do anything that you would do to a hamburger.
Same thing.
With the turkey, and you've still cut out a lot of
whatever your
cholesterol
choice is,
stuff.
whatever you like.
Okay.
And then what I do is I put some more of the nice mayonnaise that we made on top.
Okay, dokie.
Then
And
we'll
look, we got a nice plate of the ones that are already made. And that's a good size. That's a good size too for a party.
put a little bit more applesauce back on top,
Oh.
just for the more flavor, because it's in there already, but you still want to taste it. And then you can get a frill toothpick if you like, stick it with an olive, whatever the group likes. And of course, these you have to make a lot of because they go quick.
They do.
They go quick, yes.
And of course, people want to come over and just kind of smash it down with their hand.
Yes, they do.
Get a good bite in there. And again, we'll put the recipe too for the shrimp appetizer. I just can't get over how beautiful that is. In case folks missed that in the last segment, Chef Robert also put together this shrimp appetizer with kind of like a cream cheese, a green onion base, sautéed shrimp, a little tomato there, and some fresh mint. Very nice.
Really nice, huh?
So we touched a little bit on Mother's Day and Easter brunch.
Then we have Friday night jazz night, which is, I think this week is going to be a very important person going to be there. He always brings a crowd. And then, of course, Josh isn't here with us today. He's up at the International Food Show in Springfield, Virginia, so he's attending that. Coming back with new ideas of what's out there, that'll make it nice for us. But please make your reservations early. Every Wednesday, we have wine tasting at the hotel. Come in, have some wine. 4 brands from Williamsburg.
Yep.
We give hors d'oeuvres with that for an hour. It's from 5 to 6. It's really catching on. It's really nice.
All right, so try that out, and then you can sound just like Josh when you talk about, all the wines that you know, know and love. All right, well, thank you so much for making all of this food and for making so much, too. You're so generous. Our studio audience is definitely in luck today, Cheryl, because we've got a ton over here for everybody to have. Nice turkey.